Welcome back, guys! Since the new Pokemon game was just released, let's talk about the Mega Evolutions. I already covered a few of them when explaining the first generation Pokemon, so if you are interested, go watch it. Now, back to the topic. What are Mega Evolutions? Mega Evolutions are a form change introduced in Pokemon X and Y that affects certain Pokemon. They were first introduced in the 6th generation games and appear also in the 7th core series, and now are set to reappear in Pokemon Legends ZA. There are currently 54 Pokemon that are known to be capable of Mega Evolution, and for now, there are currently 57 different known Mega Evolutions. Before I start to cover every single Mega Evolution, let me talk about the history, the lore of it in the Pokemon games, of this class of Pokemon. The origins of Mega Evolution are shrouded in mystery and seemingly contradictory, with different characters and groups having their own beliefs on where the phenomenon originated. For instance, Professor Sycamore, the Pokemon professor from the Kalos region, I mentioned him in another video talking about the Pokemon regions. Go check it out. And if you are curious about the story of all the Pokemon professors, write Professor in the comments and like it. I will explain all of them if it reaches 100 likes. Now, where were we? Oh yeah. Professor Sycamore theorizes that Mega Evolution originates from special stones, possibly evolution stones, that were irradiated by the light of Xerneas or Yveltal that was fired from the ultimate weapon 3,000 years ago. Okay, this is confusing. Let's just say that these megastones are just enriched radioactive stones. Did you get what I'm saying? Despite this, Sycamore additionally claims that Mega Evolution is a new type of evolution, and that the phenomenon only occurs in the Kalos region. Well, that was true when X and Y were the latest Pokemon games, but the developers later introduced it in OmegaRuby and AlphaSaphire as well, for the Hoenn region. Additionally, Sina, Sycamore's assistant who is in Alola on her behalf, makes the claim that it is mysterious to be talking about Mega Evolution so far away from Kalos, implying that there are Mega Evolution there too. A Culture magazine and the Paldea Pokédex mention that Roaring Moon has a connection to Mega Evolution, so even here it is present. To put it in simple terms, Mega Evolution is an evolution that surpasses a Pokemon's limit, referred to as evolution beyond evolution. Wait a minute. Why does this sound like so much Dragon Ball stuff? The Draconid people, an ancient tribe from the Hoenn region that worship Rayquaza, instead believe that Mega Evolution originates from Rayquaza and various meteorites that rained down upon the Hoenn region thousands of years ago.
According to knowledge passed down by the Draconids, during the long-lost primal age of Hoenn, a meteor falls struck the region, right in the home of the Draconids. To put in short, they believe that Mega Evolutions derive from Rayquaza, the meteorite, and the keystone. History apart, the usage of Mega Evolution unleashes a massive amount of energy, as mentioned by Professor Cosmo, which itself is implied to have a direct connection to the Pokemon's own life force. On the other side, Professor Sycamore believes Mega Evolution releases all of a Pokemon's hidden energy at once, that can't be achieved via regular evolution. Now, if you are still confused and haven't caught the main points, let me make a summary about it. We can say that Mega Evolutions are a new type of evolution. It involves the use of two stones, the Megastone and the Keystone, and causes the release of all the hidden life energy of the Pokemon at once. Okay, now that we know a bit of the background story about Mega Evolutions and what happened to a Pokemon while Mega Evolving, let's talk about how this new mechanic fits in the Pokemon games. In the core series games, Mega Evolution requires the player to hold a Keystone and a Pokemon capable of Mega Evolution holding its compatible Megastone. Only Rayquaza doesn't need a Megastone to Mega Evolve. Instead, it must know the move Dragon Ascent. In Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the player simply needs to have the required Megastone in their bag, since there is no held item feature. Although most media state that a strong bond with the Pokemon and their trainer is needed, friendship and affection are not necessary to Mega Evolve in the games. A Mega Evolved Pokemon has different base stats, with the exception of HP, and can have a different ability and type from its previous form. Every Mega Evolved Pokemon, except for Mega Alakazam in Generation 6, has a base stat total 100 points higher than that of its base form. In any battle, each trainer may Mega Evolve a single Pokemon once. It is essentially a free action a Pokemon may make in addition to its normal move, but if a Pokemon will not use a move, it cannot Mega Evolve. Mega Evolution occurs before most actions except switching, and a Mega Evolved Pokemon will only revert to its original state if it faints or the battle ends. If it is switched out, it will remain Mega Evolved. A Pokemon cannot Mega Evolve if it is being held in the airborne phase of Skydrop. Volatile and non-volatile status conditions, such as paralysis, sleep, and infatuation, will have any effect over a Pokemon's ability to Mega Evolve, even if they result in the Pokemon not being able to move that turn. A transformed Pokemon is unable to Mega Evolve. It will fail to Mega Evolve even if it is transformed into the correct species and it is holding the respective Megastone. However, it is possible to transform into a Mega Evolved Pokemon by copying another Mega Evolved Pokemon. The restriction of only one Mega Evolution per battle does not apply to transformed Pokemon. Now, let's see all the Mega Evolutions one by one. Mega Venusaur. When a Venusaur Mega evolves, the flower on its back grows bigger, 2 smaller pink flowers bloom, one on its forehead and one on its rear. Its legs and back become sturdier to support the extra weight that the flower gains. Mega Venusaur, after Mega evolved, got the thick fat ability instead of overgrow and chlorophyll. This new defensive ability makes Mega Venusaur a tank-type Pokemon, giving it the ability to reduce fire and ice-type attack by 50%. Also, its stats get a boost, especially in defense, that get a plus 40 points, while other stats get a plus 20. The only stat that doesn't change is the HP, but that is for all Mega Evolution. Mega Charizard X. Charizard in its X Mega form turns black with a sky blue underside and soles. Its body and legs are more physically fit. The tips of its horns sharpen, turn blue, and curve slightly upward. Its brow and claws are larger, and its eyes are now red. Mega Charizard X breathes blue flames, and the flame on its tail now also burns blue consistently. It is said that its claw strength has also increased from its original form. Needless to say that it is now a fire dragon type Pokemon instead of fire and flying, but I like to point it out because it drives me mad that Charizard isn't a dragon type from the start. To me, this form is the coolest Mega Evolution of Charizard. It is dark, has blue flame, and it looks angry and almost evil. Talking about the stats, this X version has a huge boost on its normal attack and normal defense, about 50 points for the first and 30 for the second. Of course, it got a boost on the special attack as well, but that is not the main characteristic of this Mega Evolution. Mega Charizard X has the ability Tough Claws that gives it a boost of 30% damage when using direct contact moves. If you are asking what does it mean with direct contact, well, it means that all the moves that cause physical damage have a boost of plus 30% damage. Actually, it is not all. There are a few physical moves that don't trigger Tough Claws. Earthquakes, for example. With these stats and this ability, Mega Charizard X is a very powerful Pokemon that is focused on melee attacks, so to speak. Mega Charizard Y. Mega Charizard Y is the other Mega Evolution of this Pokemon. It becomes sleeker in appearance but retains its normal coloration. It has 3 pointed horns on the back of its head, the middle of which is longer. Its hands are less developed, with extremely shortened fingers that are no longer separated from each other. Small wings develop on its wrists, while the ones on its back become larger, lose the wing finger passing through their membrane, and end up with ragged edges. It is said that this Charizard has an incredible flying prowess that is greater than that of a jet fighter. Rumor aside, this Y version remains fire-flying dual-type and has a huge boost on the special attack and special defense stats, precisely plus 50 and plus 30 points. Now it holds the ability Drought. The Groudon Signature's one that boosts fire-type moves of 50% and nerf the water-type attack of the same percentage. The difference between the X and Y versions is clear. While the Black Charizard is a dragon type that deals a tons of damage with melee attack, the Y version is more like a caster that has its fire spells powered up. If we are just considering the appearances, which version do you prefer? I personally like the X version, and I already told you why. What about you? Write it in the comments. Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise develops 2 smaller shells over its arms, each with its own water cannon.
The two cannons on its back merge into a single central water cannon of greater size that extends forward over Mega Blastoise's head and can retract back into its shell. This cannon is so big that it reminds me of the Sister Ray cannon from Final Fantasy VII. It has power equivalent to that of a tank gun at minimum, and possesses a blast range of over 10 kilometers. Blastoise Mega Evolution boosts significantly only the special attack, plus 50 points, while the other stat received just some modest increase. With its Mega Launcher ability that boosts its Pulse and Aura moves by 50%, I guess we can consider Mega Blastoise a Water-type Cannon Glass Pokemon.
Mega Alakazam. Mega Alakazam is the enlightened version of Alakazam. Now it has a very long white mustache and a long beard. It now gains an oval red organ in the center of its forehead, and it is said to emit psychic power. Now, it also has 5 spoons that levitate on its head. Mega Alakazam itself is levitating in a meditation position. It can read the course of a person's entire life with a single glance. Mega Alakazam's red organ allows it to foresee every move an opponent makes, and everything else. Its precognition is powerful enough to make an attack completely miss. I can't avoid thinking about Dalshim, the Street Fighter's character, or Zenyatta from Overwatch. The in-game stats of this Pokemon doesn't change a lot. We can highlight the power-up on special attack, plus 40 points, and on speed as well, 30 points. The interesting change is on its new ability, Trace. With this, Alakazam can steal an ability of an opponent Pokemon, switching this ability with that one. This is very awesome, especially when used on Pokemon with an ability that boosts its attack a lot, like Tough Claws, for example. Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar has a portion of its body sink into the ground with the lower portions turn into a reddish color, and a third eye appears on its forehead. This new unblinking eye is oval, yellow, and allows it to see into other dimensions. Mega Gengar has the ability to access other dimensions and has a vicious nature. It has no interest in opponents unless perceived as prey. Its character is warped due to Mega Evolution. It now desires to take and curse the life of anyone or anything in its path, even its own trainer sometimes. Gengar has always been a punk that likes playing around and making evil jokes. This Mega Evolution form turns it even more evil, completely to the dark side, so to speak. The new ability that it gets is a reminder that it sees everyone as a prey and a target to curse. This ability, Shadow Tag, might not be that useful in battle as the previous one, Levitate or Cursed Body, but it is very useful for catching some Pokemon that like to escape. Talking about the stats, there is not too much to say. It only has a nice boost in special attack, and that's it. The other stats are not so noteworthy. Mega Kangaskhan. Mega Kangaskhan isn't a real evolution for Kangaskhan itself. It doesn't change so much. The real change is in its baby that now grows up and can fight together with its mom. The child is feisty, hates to lose, and will boldly challenge its opponents to protect its mother. The mother's happiness over its child's growth is the source of its additional strength. Mega Kangaskhan is the only known Pokémon that can have parental bond as an ability, and with it, this Pokémon can be quite scary. Every attack now hits twice! Even without a big boost in stats, the double attack ability can make Kangaskhan very dangerous. Mega Pinsir. Mega Pinsir is a pinsir that goes through some sort of digi-evolution. It gets a pair of wings, has an angrier expression, and looks more like a robotic monster. Just like the most Digimon that goes through a second digi-evolution. Doesn't it remind you of a Kabuterimon? Anyway, after Mega evolved, Pinsir gained the flying type, along with the bug type. It is left in a constant state of excitement, and rarely touches the ground due to its ability to fly. Mega Pinsir can travel up to approximately 50 kilometers per hour, and uses its 2 large horns to pierce its enemies before shredding them. It can lift opponents up to 10 times heavier than itself with its horns, and still fly around easily. It gets a nice boost in normal attack, and with its new ability, Aerolate, its normal type move becomes of the flying type. Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados is bulkier than a normal Gyarados. Its type changes from water, flying type to water, dark type. Now it has a black underside with a red stripe around the edges. The yellow spots along its body are replaced by raised red scales, which propel Mega Gyarados through the water. Due to the stress Mega Evolution puts on Gyarados' body, it becomes even more ferocious and rough-tempered than before. All other brain functions cease, except for the destructive drive to burn down anything into cinders. We can say that it basically goes berserk after Mega Evolving. I don't understand why it doesn't get the Dragon type. What were the developers thinking? They give the Dragon type to Ampharos and Altaria and not to Gyarados? It is basically Kaido and the legendary dragon from the Japanese myth. Okay, whatever. I'm going to cover those two Pokemon later. Let me finish this one. Mega Gyarados can launch itself at Mach speed by using its orifices to release water from both sides. With this speed, it has enough power to split large ships in two. Yeah, you get it right. It seems it loves launching itself like a rocket. Mega Aerodactyl. Mega Aerodactyl, as I said in another video, is like the metalhead version of itself. It gets a lot of spikes of rocks on its body, and its eyes turn bright green. Researchers believe it to be its original appearance before fossilization, but this is just a theory. The power of Mega Evolution triggered some of Aerodactyl's dormant genes to reawaken, and now it is fiercer and more irritable than before. Just like Mega Gyarados, to make a comparison. It also gets the ability Tough Claws and a boost of 30 points on its normal attack, so it is a huge normal damage dealer like Mega Charizard X. Mega Mewtwo X. Mega Mewtwo X is the first Mewtwo Mega Evolution. It became Psychic Fighting type. It is larger and bulkier than its normal state. Its forearms and legs grow much bulkier and gain two protruding ridges resembling veins. Its tail is slightly shorter and stiffer than before, and has a curled tip. Due to the Mega Evolution, Mega Mewtwo X's physical power received a formidable growth. Its muscles are augmented with psychic power, giving it a grip strength of a ton and the ability to sprint 100 meters in 2 seconds. The design of this Mega Evolution is very awesome to me. It reminds me of Frieza with its battle suit. Mega Mewtwo X gets the ability Steadfast that raises the speed of the Pokemon every time it flinches. Talking about the stats, Mega Mewtwo gets an insane boost on normal attack, 80 points. I think it can karate chop the entire Pokemon world if it wants it. Oh, fun fact, it can stretch its arm like a Namekian for some reason, if we want to cite Dragon Ball again. Mega Mewtwo Y. Mega Mewtwo Y is smaller and lighter. It weighs only 33 kilograms. It loses its long tail, underbelly, and the tube behind its neck. However, it grows a long purple appendage with a curled tip from the back of its head that is similar to its previous form's tail, and also slightly resembles Jessie's hairstyle. On its head, it has two pointed, backward curving spikes and a half-ring structure connecting to the base of each and crossing over the top of its head. Despite its decreased size, this Mewtwo form has phenomenal mental power and is capable of smashing buildings with a mere thought. Mega Mewtwo Y stays constantly in the air due to its smaller size and increased power. It gets a boost in all stats, especially in attack, special attack that gets 40 points each. Only the defense stat gets nerfed for 20 points. Mega Mewtwo Y also gets a new ability, Insomnia, that prevents it from sleeping. I don't think that this is an overpowering ability, and not sure if it is very useful. Do any of you like this ability? Mega Ampharos. The Mega Evolution of this Pokemon is pretty much the same. It looks like it gets a wig of white wool and replaces its tail with one with wool as well, with some red pearls on it. When it increases the amount of electrical energy within itself, the red orbs on its body and wool emit a strong light. It is said that the Mega Evolution energy has awakened its long-sleeping dragon blood, and for this reason, it is now electric dragon type. I don't understand why they give the dragon type to this sheep. Is it because it looks similar to Dragonite? I mean, it doesn't have any dragon features. Anyway, back to the topic.
By Mega Evolving, Ampharos gets a big boost on special attack, like 50 points, while the other stats get a plus of 20 points, and the speed is the only stat that gets a minus of 10 points. Mega Scizor. Mega Scizor is another Pokemon that looks more like a Digimon after Mega Evolving. Its pinsers are now longer and bigger and have developed serrations. They look more like two big maws instead of pinsers, and its whole body actually looks more like a robotic one. I guess it can be a good candidate for being a futuristic paradox Pokemon. What do you think? Mega Scizor is formidable, but it cannot maintain this form for extended periods. It is unable to regulate its body temperature properly and has a sort of overheating problem, just like any electronic machine. Curious, isn't it? Mega Scizor's pincers can rip anything they grab to shreds, but for some reason, it prefers to beat things up instead of grasping them. Maybe its robotic AI is still that of the 80s.
Mega Heracross. Same story for this Mega Evolution too. By Mega Evolving, Heracross gets a more robotic appearance. It now has a long pointed nose that curves slightly upward, its back now lacks wings, and is completely yellow. The horn on its head has grown into a large, simple spike. Mega Heracross's forearms have thickened and lost their spines. Sometimes, when attacking, particularly with a multi-strike move, it can retract its claws and use its arm like a Gatling gun to fire various types of ammunition at a rapid pace, such as seeds, spikes, and rocks. Yeah, you hear it right, a Gatling gun on a bug Pokemon. Mega Heracross also has an overheating problem, but it solves it by opening the shells of its arms and torso to allow heat to escape. Mega Heracross boasts such incredible strength that it can lift objects up to 500 times its own weight between its horns. A fighter plane, for example. Talking about the stats, it gets a huge power-up on the normal attack, 60 damn points. Also, the defense increases a lot, 40 points this time, and the speed gets only a -10. Its new ability, Skill Link, is designed to make you want to use multi-strike moves. Mega Houndoom. Mega Houndoom has a more badass and Mad Max punk look. It now has a skull collar, armor-like structure around its neck. Its horns now point straight up, with a small outward curve in the middle. It reminds me of Nicol Bolas's horn, the evil dragon from the Magic the Gathering franchise. Have any of you played this TCG game? Mega Houndoom's claws are now dark red due to its ability to generate more heat, which can cause pain to it. Talking about the stats, it doesn't get significant boost on a single stat, but has a nice points increase in defense, special attack, and speed. Its special attack is also boosted by its new ability, Solar Power, at the cost of its HP. It sounds like a great ability, but it only works in harsh sunlight. Mega Tyranitar. Mega Tyranitar has more gaps in its armor than its normal form. Its chest plate expands, curving over its shoulders and along its back to form 3 long, irregular spikes on each side of its body. The scales on Mega Tyranitar's belly have now become red instead of blue and seethe with energy, enabling it to emanate more power. The chest of Tyranitar now has the appearance of a scary face that reminds me of Pupitar. At least that is to me. Mega Tyranitar also gains 2 sharp spikes on its knees, and its tail lengthens, with the 3 spikes surrounding its tip. By Mega Evolving, Tyranitar's instinct gets more primal, and it becomes more ferocious, similarly to Gyarados, going berserk, we can say. Mega Tyranitar stats play around its defense. It got a great boost on attack as well, but the defense is the stat that gets the most points. Its ability is the same as before, Sandstream, which summons a sandstorm when it enters battle and causes free damage every turn. Okay, maybe it is not a super OP ability, but I personally find it very useful. Mega Blaziken. Mega Blaziken is colored in red and black, mainly, instead of red and yellow. Its long hair is now short and points upward on both sides, while its horn becomes a single flat horn that curves backward. The fire it creates on its wrists is now longer and looks like combat bands. Maybe it is just my impression, but Mega Blaziken has the appearance of an old martial artist to me. After the Mega Evolution, Blaziken has the same ability, Speed Boost,
That is an ability that suits it perfectly. Are you asking why? Well, according to the Pokédex, as Mega Blaziken's body temperature increases, its power and speed continue to ramp up. It also gets a 20 points boost in the speed stat and 40 in attack. I think this is enough to kick any Pokemon's ass off. Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir is completely white, only its hair remains green. Its gown becomes longer and wider, resembling a bridal gown. In contrast, its hair is now shorter and more tightly curled. There are now 2 horns in the center of its chest, extending to either side. These horns are said to be a physical manifestation of this Pokemon's heart, and it is able to use tremendous psychic power now that it is open. I thought it was just a decoration for the gown and nothing more. Mega Gardevoir has a more classy and elegant appearance, but the boost on its special attack makes it very deadly, even though it hasn't a very cool ability. At least, that is what I think. Mega Mawile. Mega Mawile has 2 sets of jaws protruding from the back of its head, and both sets have a spiky tuft of hair. It also seems to be able to control the jaws independently of one another. Its legs have grown longer, and its hakama is now magenta. I guess we can consider it as the teenage version of itself. Its strength has dramatically risen from its previous form, and it can use both its jaws to grip on prey and tear them apart. Okay, the jaws may look more powerful and fearsome, but the boost in stats of this Mega Evolution is mainly focused on defense and special defense. The only offensive boost that it gets is its new ability, Huge Power, which doubles its attack during battle. Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron is bulkier and more heavily plated than its previous state. It is basically a big mecha monster made of steel. It is not rock type anymore, but with its horns, it is said to be able to destroy a steel tank. Mega Aggron is actually a tank itself. Its defense was already very high, like 180 points, and now with another 50 points is just ridiculous. On top of that, it also has the ability Filter that reduces damage from super effective moves by 25%. It is basically indestructible. Mega Medicham. Mega Medicham has a white turban with a yellow stone in the center. There are 4 ghost-like arms around itself, controlled by its enhanced willpower. The enhanced willpower can transform its spirit into a physical force. The more Medicham trains its spirit, the more realistic and dexterous its self-created arms become. I guess this form of Medicham is inspired by Elfen Lied, the anime where the main character, Lucy, has the same ghost-like arm that comes out from its mind. Have you ever watched it before? If not, I highly recommend you to watch it. Back to Medicham, the Mega Evolution gives it a nice boost in the attack, while the other stats just get a little buff that is not that relevant. Another boost for its attack comes from its ability Pure Power, which doubles the stat during battle. Mega Manectric. Mega Manectric has a very ugly design, and I don't know how to describe it properly. I mean, look at it! What is that yellow thing on its back? How can you call it mane? It's more like a golden armor that covers its entire upper body. The only normal part that has a normal change is its claws, which now are red. Its tail seems lost, but I think it is just all covered by its yellow armor. I mean, mane. When it Mega Evolves, Manectric's speed explodes and it is equal to a lightning bolt. However, its body becomes filled with such an incredible amount of electricity that Manectric is unable to fully control it at all. The boost in speed is real also in the stats. It gets a plus 30 in that, and also in special attack, while the other stats receive a more modest boost. Mega Banette. Mega Banette gains several additional zippers, one running diagonally across its face, one on each hand, and another on its body. The 3 unzipped zippers on its hands and its lower body reveal parts of its cursed purple body. I like the design of the zippers on its hands that look like a monster mouth with tongues out. When Mega Evolves, Mega Banette is filled with so much power and vindictiveness that it cannot help cursing its trainer. The boost it gets on the stats is mainly focused on the attack that gets a plus 50 points, while the new ability Prankster is not that impressive in my opinion. Mega Absol.
Mega Absol has the fur on its back stand on like a wing by the increased energy coursing through its body. Its sickle-shaped horn widens, while an additional, smaller horn appears on the opposite side of its head. Mega Absol emits a fearsome aura that has been known to kill faint-hearted people from shock. It directs this aura at its opponents by beating its wings. However, Absol apparently detests assuming this form, as it normally dislikes fighting in the first place. That is funny for a Pokemon categorized as a disaster Pokemon. It gained an interesting ability after Mega Evolving. This ability, Magic Bounce, can reflect status-changing moves back to its opponent. Awesome, right? The main boosts on the stats after Mega Evolving are on Speed and Special Attack, both an increase of 40 points. Mega Latias, Mega Latios. Mega Latias and Mega Latios have the same appearance. The color red and blue of their lower part are now purple. They lose the wings on their back, and similar but larger wings now appear in their lower arms. Their arms are now big and look like shields. Mega Latias and Mega Latios are to be said to be the fastest Pokemon in existence. They can reach a March 4th speed. If you don't know how much speed is March 4th, consider something like 5,000 kilometers per hour. The stats of the two Pokemon get boost, of course, while the boost on Latias is pretty much equal. Latios gets a more focused boost on attack and special attack. Their ability and type don't change. Mega Garchomp. When Garchomp Mega evolves, the claws and fins on its arms melt from the excessive Mega Evolution energy and morph together to form sharp red blades. A row of 5 tooth-like spikes sprouts from each side of its abdomen, and red spikes grow from its knees. Because Garchomp takes great pride in its wing-like fins, it is enraged at the sight of them melting into scythes. Its scythes can slice the ground to pieces, and Mega Garchomp viciously tears up its opponents with them. It gains a better ability, Sand Force, that boosts the rock, ground, and steel moves by 30% during a sandstorm. About its stats, it gets the attack and special attack a plus of 40 points each, while defense and special defense gets a more modest increase. The speed gets a minus of 10 points in favor of defense. Mega Lucario. Mega Lucario has more muscular arms with some spikes on the back of its paws, which have turned crimson. Its cream fur becomes longer, and its aura-sensing appendages grow longer. In Kalos, Mega Lucario is believed to be the first discovered Mega Evolution, until the discovery of Mega Rayquaza in Hoenn. It was the first recorded Mega Evolution to be achieved by Megastone. It has a very cool look that recalls a solitary warrior that wanders the world alone. Now, its fighting style has been described as heartless. Mega Lucario's new ability, Adaptability, which increases the damage of moves of its same type, is an interesting one, and its boost in stats are mainly focused on attack, special attack, and speed as well. Mega Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow has a longer and shaggy fur, and when it Mega evolves, the sprouts on its back grow into great shafts of ice. To put it simply, it just becomes uglier, with a nice boost in all the stats by sacrificing 30 points in speed. It holds the same ability, Snow Warning, that summons a hailstorm in battle automatically. Okay, what I just covered are all the Mega Evolutions from Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. The following evolutions are from the second pair games of the 6th generation, OmegaRuby and AlphaSaphire.
Mega Beedrill.
Mega Beedrill has more defined features. It now has 3 pairs of wings. Its stingers become longer and larger, resembling lances. Additional black and yellow stingers take the place of its legs. Its abdomen becomes larger, grooved, and has the biggest stinger. Mega Beedrill can fly faster and has a more fast-acting poison stored in the stingers on its limbs, while the tail stinger produces a slow-acting poison used to finish opponents. It has the same ability of Mega Lucario, while the stats change is huge. It gets an insane boost in attack, 60 points. The speed gets a ridiculous buff as well, something like 70 points. How is this possible? Well, it sacrifices the special attack. That is reduced to 15 points. Mega Pidgeot. Pidgeot grows noticeably when it Mega evolves, developing a larger body and longer, broader wings. It has an even more elaborate crest on its head, with a streamer-like magenta plume extending from a mane of yellow feathers. As a result of Mega Evolution, Mega Pidgeot's body is much stronger, along with its wings. The crest is sensitive to air currents, acting like a large antenna and stabilizing its flight. Thanks to its tough and well-developed wings, Mega Pidgeot can whip out gusts of wind that are powerful enough to smash through large trees, and it can fly for 2 weeks without rest. The new ability that it gets, No Guard, is not particularly powerful, in my opinion. The boost in stats, instead, are mainly focused on special attack and speed. Mega Slowbro. Mega Slowbro has a very ridiculous appearance. I already talked about it in the 151 Pokemon from the first generation video. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. It cost me a lot of effort to do that, and I hope you like it. Back to Slowbro. In this Mega form, it is completely eaten by the Shellder, so that only its head, arms, and white-tipped tail are visible. It is more like Slowbro is wearing the Shellder, actually. Now, it balances itself on its tail and moves by bouncing on it as a spring. After Mega evolved, Slowbro's energy has gathered into Shellder, which has increased its hardness. This allows it to act as armor so hard that nothing can scratch it. The entire Pokemon is already so weird, but there is one more thing that is even more crazy. It now can gain some power and motivation from Shellder's digestive fluids. Being ridiculous apart, Mega Slowbro is very tanky. It gets a 70 points of boost in defense, and now has the ability Shell Armor, that prevents it from receiving critical hits. Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix is 1 meter longer than its normal form. It now has blue eyes. The gray, rock-like spikes and its tail point have transformed into iridescent diamond spikes. In between the head and individual spiked segments are smaller units, now adorned by a black spot with a blue hexagon on each side. Several metallic-looking scraps constantly rotate around its neck. These scraps react to Mega Steelix's movements and change position when attacking. Mega Steelix moves incredibly slowly, but its strengthened body is also impervious to damage, and it lashes out at foes without flinching. It also has the Sand Force ability, and its defense got power up even more to 230 points. Also, the attack got a nice boost of 40 points. Mega Sceptile. Mega Sceptile has its yellow seeds down its back growing larger, with some of them turning red and others turning orange. The leaves on its wrists become more pointed, and the upper ones have red tips and half circles cut out of the middle. Mega Sceptile's tail grows longer and develops a red stinger at the tip. It can now cut off a portion of its tail to fire it like a missile at an opponent. The lost tail will continue regenerating as long as it still has the energy of the Mega Evolution, and it can move to its opponent very quickly, in a flash, thanks to its strong legs. Its stat gets a nice boost in attack and special attack, with a decent increase in speed as well. While the new ability, Lightning Rod, isn't that impressive, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that it gained the Dragon type after the Mega Evolution. Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert becomes very, very bulkier. Its upper body and arms become more muscular, bulging compared to its squat lower body. The black fins on its head are thicker, and now extend down past its shoulders. According to the Pokemon The Series XY episode, Origins of Mega Evolution, Mega Swampert fills the organs on its back with air before diving underwater or battling. It uses that pressure to increase the power of its punches. Mega Swampert is much stronger and tougher with its more developed body. It now can stay on its legs and punch heavier. All the stats are increased, especially the attack that gets 40 points. And with the new ability Swift Swim, its speed is increased even more during rain. Mega Sableye. Mega Sableye has its red gems on the chest popped out and become bigger. The gems on its eyes turn red, and it now has a little hole on its chest and more gems on its back. The enlarged jewel is very hard, and Sableye uses it as a shield in battle. As seen in the animated series, the giant jewel wears off and shrinks as it blocks attacks. Once the jewel is reduced to a very small size, Sableye will eat it before reverting back from its mega-evolved state in the process. The buff on its stats is, of course, on defense and special defense, something like 50 points each, while the speed is reduced to 20 points to give a small boost on attack and special attack. Its new ability, Magic Bounce, allows it to reflect all status-changing moves back to its opponents.
Mega Sharpedo. Mega Sharpedo is bigger and heavier. It has some horns that have sprouted from its nose, giving a hammerhead shark trait. The yellow patterns on its body are old resurfaced scars that were carved in battle, causing it sharp pain and suffering. With explosive propulsion, Mega Sharpedo can exceed 200 kilometers per hour in an instant. Its combat instincts are increased, and its sharp spikes can cause deep wounds to its opponents after charging at them. The stats increase are not very relevant, while its new ability, Strong Jaw, is quite interesting. It increases its biting move's damage by 50%. Mega Camerupt. Mega Camerupt has the humps on its back become one large and very active volcano. Its fur expands and grows to a point where only its hooves can be seen, and its ears and the tufts on its head grow thicker and longer, standing on end. It gains a gray M on the front of its face and loses the 3 blue rings on its body. Mega Camerupt has a deep hatred of water or any moisture, with an explosive personality and a short temper. The volcano on its back erupts constantly in an effort to intimidate its foes. Its stats get some nice boost, especially on defense and special attack and special defense, 30 points each, while 20 points on speed are sacrificed for the attack. The damage that this Pokémon do is even more increased by the ability Sheer Force, which transforms the additional effects of a move into increased damage. Mega Altaria. Mega Altaria has more extensive cloud-like plumage than its normal form. Its cottony wings are more distinct than its base form, and its blue belly is now exposed. Its tail feathers have grown into a long, wavy streamer, with 3 longer central plumes. Mega Altaria's singing voice is even more beautiful than its regular form, and by singing its beautiful melodies, its crystal-clear voice can make its listeners experience a dreamy wonderment. It is known for its pleasant personality and is not timid. The boost in stats are mainly on attack and special attack, both 40 points and only 20 points on defense. By Mega Evolving Altaria changes its type, becoming Dragon Fairy from Dragon Flying. While the new ability it gets is Pixelate, an ability that changes its normal type into Fairy type. I'm not going to comment on the Dragon type for this Pokémon anymore, or I will go mad. So let's move on. Mega Glalie. Mega Glalie is bigger and heavier than its normal form. Its jaw is dislocated and extended to the length of its face. Its eyes are now red instead of black, and the horns on top of its head now are 3 and have been partially turned into ice. Mega Glalie can spill endless blizzards from its broken mouth, though it gets irritated by the fact that it can no longer consume its prey. It tends to throw foes or prey into its gaping mouth. Any prey that it envelops within its mouth is frozen instantly. The boost on its stats are quite direct and simple. 40 points on attack and special attack, 20 points on speed. The new ability it has is Refrigerate. It works like Pixelate, but for the ice type. Mega Salamence. Mega Salamence has its wings meld together into a single huge crescent-shaped wing. Its face, neck, body are narrower, and its tail is noticeably shorter in length. While it lost its front legs, the rear legs are now very short as well. Even though it still has some dragon-like features, to me it looks more like a flying spaceship than a real Pokémon. It reminds me a lot of the Tempest, a Protoss flying unit from StarCraft II. Don't you think this Mega Evolution looks too robotic? According to Mega Evolution Special 2, the hard, yet very flexible properties of its wings allow them to be used as blades in mid-air battles. Mega Salamence also suffers the Berserk attitude that affects some Mega Evolved Pokémon that we mentioned before in this video, and because of this, it is feared as the Blood-Soaked Crescent. Anything and anyone in Salamance's path gets sliced in two by its blade-like wings, posing no interruption to its flight. There is a funny fact about the stats changes. We just talked about its rampage and angry attitude after evolving, so someone will expect a great boost on the offensive stats. But this is not the case. Basically, every stat gets an increase, but that on defense is very relevant. 50 freaking points! The new ability, Aerolate, works just like Pixelate, but for the flying type.
Mega Metagross. Mega Metagross levitates permanently, and its legs become arms. It also gains 4 legs on the back of its head. Mega Metagross achieves its form by linking up a Metagross, a Metang, and 2 Beldum together. So it works like a Megazord, basically. I like this Pokemon, even though Metagross' appearance reminds me more of a rock than something made of steel. The Mega evolution has an appearance of something linked to metal. It looks like a floating robot, and its multiple brains process information simultaneously, enabling it to calmly assess the tide of a battle and defeat its opponent with accuracy. Mega Metagross also uses the psychic power inside its body to launch powerful attacks. Its claws are hard as steel and can easily smash even large chunks of rocks. Mega Metagross also has the ability Tough Claws, and the most relevant boost in its stats is the speed, which gets a plus 40.
Mega Rayquaza. Rayquaza is the only Pokemon that can Mega Evolve without a Megastone and the Keystone. It can reach it thanks to its Mikado organ, which is filled with Mega Evolution energy after consuming meteoroids in the stratosphere. As Mega Rayquaza, its body becomes longer and gains more features. It is now almost 11 meters long and weighs almost double. It has a longer head with the delta symbol appearing on its forehead. Mega Rayquaza now has 2 long golden tendrils at its lower horns. While in flight, these tendrils give Mega Rayquaza a triangular profile. On its body, it now has some golden orbs where its ring patterns used to be. Particles streamed from the long tendrils that extend from its jutting jaw allow Rayquaza to manipulate the weather by controlling the density and humidity of the air. Mega Rayquaza was said to have been born from humanity's wish for salvation, channeled through the keystone of a Draconid lorekeeper. It is the first recorded Pokemon to achieve Mega Evolution and is at its full power in this form. Thanks to its weather manipulating powers, it can change the weather to eliminate all of the flying type's weaknesses. Mega Rayquaza can undo the primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre, and is also capable of destroying meteors bigger than itself. So it is quite useless to explain how powerful it is. While Kyogre and Groudon are the Alpha and the Omega, Rayquaza is referred to as the Delta. Mega Rayquaza is the only known Pokemon that can have Delta Stream as an ability. This ability is a strong weather modifier that eliminates all the flying type weaknesses, making every super effective move against flying Pokemon neutral. This weather manipulation move is so strong that only Desolate Land and Primordial Sea can replace it. Talking about the stats, the main boost is focused on attack and special attack, while the speed gets a discrete increase. Mega Lopunny. Mega Lopunny is now a normal, fighting, dual-type Pokemon. It has a drastic personality change, becoming extremely aggressive with wild fighting instincts. Its appearance is now more athletic and energetic, but remains cute, with the tufts of fur above its eyes combining to form a single, butterfly-shaped crest. When Mega Evolved, a full-power whip swing from its ears can crumple steel plates. Mega Lopunny gets a huge increase in the attack, something like 60 points and 30 in speed. It is also able to hit Ghost-type Pokemon with its new Scrappy ability. Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade has a whole white body. Some red plates emerge from its arms, its blue head crest grows slightly longer, and the spikes on its head are elongated. It also gains 2 cape-like protrusions on its back, giving it a knightly appearance. When the situation demands it, Mega Gallade can use its psychic power to reshape both arms into blades simultaneously and fight using a dual-wielding style. Mega Gallade has its attack, defense, and speed increased. The respective points are 40, 30, 30. Its new ability is Inner Focus, which is not that relevant. Mega Audino. When Audino Mega evolves, it becomes a bit heavier and a bit taller. The patterning on its stomach, now completely cream, is covered by what resembles a flared lab coat.
Its eyes turn pink, and its ears stand upright, with longer, curlier feelers. Mega Audino can release pulses that reduce hostility, and the secondary feelers can put those who come in contact with them into a deep sleep. Audino is a friendly and peaceful Pokémon, so its Mega Evolution stats change only in the defensive stats. Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie now has a longer white dress that recalls a bride dress. Its lower body turns into a pink diamond and is surrounded by a series of long crystals that look like part of the dress. The head diamond measures over 2,000 carats. Quite precious, isn't it? Thanks to the Mega Evolution, Diancie's manipulation over diamonds has grown so much that it can now create a sword out of them during battle. Due to the impurities on the surface of the body having fallen away, Mega Diancie can now shine so brilliantly that when reflecting light, one cannot look directly at it. Mega Diancie's stats get a drastic change after Mega Evolving. Its attack and special attack get a huge boost of 60 points. The defense and the special defense get a minus 40 points on both of them, while the speed also gets a 60 points boost. Mega Diancie now has the magic bounce ability, allowing it to reflect status-changing moves.
Now that we finished with the Mega Evolutions introduced in Omega and Alpha, let's move on with the Mega Evolution from the new Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends ZA. Mega Clefable. By Mega Evolving, Mega Clefable becomes a large pink creature with shiny butterfly-like wings. These wings can change colors when Mega Clefable performs certain moves. Its ears are longer and droop beside its body. Its hair becomes round, hat-like, and with that curled tip. It reminds me of a poop instead of a hat. Despite having wings and becoming a fairy flying type, Mega Clefable does not actually use them to fly. Rather, it harnesses the power of moonlight to control gravity within a radius of over 20 meters around it, allowing Mega Clefable to levitate, and it constantly emits sparkles around itself. After Mega Evolving, the main boost in stats is on the special attack, that gets a plus 40. Mega Victory Bell. Mega Victory Bell's body is massive compared to regular Victory Bell, standing at almost 3 times its height and weighing over 8 times as much. Its most distinctive feature is its bloated body, which is filled with large amounts of acid that Mega Victory Bell creates thanks to the energy of Mega Evolution. The amount of acid in its body is so large that even closing its mouth is not enough to contain it. So this is why it wraps its throat with its own elongated vine. Its design has such a stupid and funny appearance. It is difficult to be considered as a Mega Evolution. Other notable physical features of Mega Victory Bell include 3 large leaves on the tip of its vine hovering over its head, colored in green with orange tips. Due to the overflowing acid inside its body, it no longer catches prey by sitting still with its mouth open. Instead, it aggressively chases down prey by hopping about, landing destructive tackles with its body. The matured acid has a dizzying, sweet scent, which Mega Victory Bell uses to immobilize opponents, and it is also powerful enough to melt concrete or steel. When Mega Victory Bell opens its mouth to vomit, to unleash its acid, its deflated appearance briefly resembles Victory Bell's normal form.
The boost in its stats after Mega Evolving isn't that impressive. All stats get a little increase, nothing really evident. Mega Starmie. Mega Starmie has elongated limbs on its lower body, giving it a more humanoid appearance. It is now 1 meter higher but weighs the same. It now adopts more humanoid stances and movements thanks to its limbs becoming more flexible. It is unclear whether these attempts to imitate humans are done in an effort to communicate with humanity or to supersede it outright. Mega Starmie is much faster and stronger than regular Starmie and can cause water shockwaves when it lands after jumping into the air. And damn, it gets a huge boost on attack. Like plus 65 freaking points, and plus 30 on the special attack. The other stats also get a buff, although more modest one. I personally find this Mega Evolution ridiculous. It looks like a man in costume during a Comic-Con.
Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite gains features that are distinctive of Dragonair, things like feathery wings on its head and the pearl on its tail. These head wings function as feelers, while also allowing Mega Dragonite to fly. Conversely, the wings on its back have shrunk and become purely teal. Its tail is now longer and has a multicolored pearl near the tip. As said before, this pearl glows when Mega Dragonite performs certain attacks. Mega Dragonite's speed and strength have increased significantly from its regular form, but it has retained its kindness and helpful nature. As seen in the Pokemon Horizons the series, Mega Dragonite can fire moves like Hyper Beam from the pearl on its tail. Well, with this pair of feathery wings on its head and its more fairy appearance, I wonder why they didn't change its type in Dragon Fairy. The boost in stats of this Mega Evolution is focused on special attack, that gets a plus 45, while the other stats get a modest increase of plus 20 or plus 25. It sacrifices 10 points on attack to give those plus 5 on special attack and special defense. Mega Meganium. Mega Meganium has the same body as before Mega Evolution. It has become a bit higher, but the weight has doubled now. The main change is the flowers on its neck. Now, the necklaces are 4, with different colors that change from red to white. Its feet are covered by foliage from the end of its legs that look like the hem of some trousers. It now gains the fairy type as well, and its grass type powers have significantly increased. Notably, it can unleash a highly powered solar beam from its 4 flowers, and because of this ability, Mega Meganium is often referred to as the Mega Soul Cannon. So, I conclude that its head is the cannon's mouth. Mega Feraligatr. Mega Feraligatr becomes a water dragon type. It now has its back spikes transformed into an enormous, hood-like dark red skull. This skull has serrated edges and 2 false eyes on either of its sides. It also gains 3 dark red spikes on each of its arms, covering its rectangular scales, and has many red spikes on its back and tail. Making all these red spikes look like its skeleton, Mega Feraligatr uses its hood-like skull and arm spikes together to form a gigantic false jaw, by clasping its hands together as the lower jaw and bringing down its hood as the upper jaw. This false jaw has a bite force that is 10 times more powerful than Mega Feraligatr's actual jaws. Fun fact, after closing this false jaw, the skull resembles the head of a totodile. The main focus in the stats boost in this Mega Evolution is on the attack, that gets a huge plus 60 points. Mega Skarmory. Skarmory, after Mega Evolving, becomes of gold color. Its talons become enormous and armored. The actual feet are dark blue, and each of its 3 individual talons is covered by a golden sheath. It holds these massive talons behind its body as it flies. Additionally, its wings become larger and spikier. Its red feathers turn also dark blue, and the sheaths covering them turn the same shade of gold. Okay, it basically becomes a gold saint with that gold armor. Mega Skarmory can now fly faster than the speed of sound and can whip up shock waves to send opponents flying, then finishes them off with its large talons. And you know what? Strangely, it weighs less than before despite all those gold sheaths. Mega Frostlass. Mega Frostlass is taller in height and its horns are now longer and sharper. Its kimono-like torso now flows all the way down and has become layered in appearance. Now it is really a Yuki-onna from Japanese folklore. Mega Frostlass has multiple ice crystals growing from the bottom of its body, some of which cluster together to form a snowflake shape. Mega Frostlass does not levitate freely, but rather floats on top of a flat mass of cloud that emanates from the bottom of its kimono. Its ability to create frost and freeze things have increased substantially. With its ghost energy, it now can freeze even things that are intangible, such as wind or flames. This reminds me of adult Hitsugaya's Bankai. I made a video talking about the Bankai. Go check it out. Back to Mega Frostlass. Where were we? Oh yeah. The changes in stats of this Mega Evolution is mainly on the special attack and special defense, plus 60 on the first and plus 30 on the second. Mega Imbor. Mega Imbor has its fire beard expanded, reaching larger sizes that stretch to its upper chest and shoulders. Its tusks grow longer, with additional, smaller tusks on each side. Thanks to Mega Evolution, Emboar can create a blazing flame shaped like a serpentine spear. The upper part of the spear is more jagged, while the bottom is straighter. Mega Emboar is known for using this spear in battle to both defend and strike down foes. The boost in stats is mainly focused on special defense that gets a plus 45 points, while the other stats get some more modest upgrades. Mega Excadrill. Okay, this Mega Evolution is another one that transforms the Pokemon into something ridiculous. I mean, look at it! Look at those drills! They're way disproportionate! Anyway, Mega Excadrill can close the 3 drill pieces like Feraligatr does with its false jaw, so it can create a massive giant drill and destroy anything. It should be called Drill Pokemon and not Subterrene Pokemon anymore. All the stats of Excadrill are buffed after Mega Evolving, especially on attack, plus 30 points, and defense, plus 40 points. Mega Scolipede. Mega Scolipede's chest has become coated in a thick plate of lavender armor, with 2 small bumps near the bottom. Its smaller foreclaws also gain armor, as do its head and forelegs. Its horns have grown dramatically, colored with alternating stripes of dark purple and black, and tapering into luminous green spikes. Mega Scolipede venom is now luminescent, and it has become even more vicious than its original form, thanks to the venom altering its mind. That's funny. It basically poisoned itself by Mega Evolving. With all those armor plates, of course, it is now very tanky. The defense stats gets a plus 60 points, while the attack gets plus 40. The special defense and special attack also get a boost, but more modestly and by sacrificing the speed that turns 62 from 112. Mega Scrafty. Mega Scrafty is basically a Scrafty that is wearing a white balaclava and white pants. It also adopts a slouching, imposing stance in battle, cracking its neck when it Mega Evolves. It remains as feisty as ever, and still acts like a thug or a young hooligan. The only notable boost in stats is on the attack. That gets a plus 40 points. Mega Electros. Mega Electros becomes longer and more elaborate in its patterning, and each of its arms gains a false electric made of mucus. The false electric are nearly entirely white, save for the red circle around their larger suckers. One sucker possesses a yellow plus symbol, while the other possesses a minus symbol. Mega Electros generates 10 times the electricity it did before Mega Evolving, discharging it from its false electric. A curious fact is that, after Mega Evolving, it just gets 1 meter longer, but gets 100 kilograms heavier. Maybe those arms are not that false after all. Mega Chandelure. As Mega Chandelure, it becomes a more ornate, 2-tiered chandelier. The flame atop its head has expanded into a second lantern. One of its eyes turns a purple color, which is a window linking to the afterlife. Mega Chandelure gains 2 extra arms on its main body, and below its body is a diamond-shaped tailpiece. Mega Chandelure can absorb the hatred from its surroundings, and convert it into power for it to use. All stats get a boost, but the most notable ones is the special attack, plus 40 points.
Mega Chestnut. Mega Chestnut resembles an armored warrior, with a heavy armor on its back and 2 big shields on its shoulders. The 2 shields on the shoulders remind me of Don Krieg, that bad guy with gold armor and heavy equipment. Do you guys know him or remember him? Mega Chestnut's outer shell and body experience a significant increase in defensive capabilities due to Mega Evolution. The fur on its body has the function of an impact-absorbing cloak. Its shield-like shoulder armor can transform into destructive weapons. When it removes a piece of its incredibly tough shoulder armor, spikes extend from the shield to form an axe-like weapon with a long handle. Hey, this is just like Don Krieg's one. Is that a coincidence? The stats changes after Mega Evolving of this guy is huge. It gets a plus 30 on attack, plus 50 on defense. Yeah, plus 50. You hear it right. The special attack instead gets a plus 40 by sacrificing 20 points on speed. Mega Delphox. Mega Delphox looks like a stereotypical witch even more that flies on a broomstick. The ends of the flame-like fur now have a dark coloration in the end.
maybe underling that it has become more evil or can now use some black magic. Mega Delphox rides a large broomstick with a mass of flames serving as the broom's head. It is flanked by two smaller flame-ended broomsticks that resemble a regular Delphox's fiery wand. Its fighting style consists of disorienting onlookers with its magic, enabling it to deliver precise blows to dazzled opponents. The two lit branches that float beside it move by their own as if they were alive, but can be skillfully controlled by Mega Delphox. Its stats boost are all focused on special attack, special defense, and speed. Plus 45 on the first, plus 25 on the second, and plus 30 on the last. That boost on speed isn't something you see often on a caster Pokemon. Mega Greninja. The change in Greninja after Mega Evolution is mainly focused on its body coloration. Its core is now turned mostly black, except for its limbs, which retain the same color, making it appear as though it is wearing a ninja outfit. That's more or less all. There is no more particularly evident feature to talk about, unless the fact that now it likes to stay upside down clinging on a giant floating and quickly spinning six-pointed water shuriken it created from a gelatinous membrane secreted from its body. Mega Evolution has significantly enhanced Mega Greninja's reaction speed. As a result, it has foregone stealth. By intentionally revealing itself, it provokes opponents into attacking, and its sharp reflexes enable it to both react accordingly and strike first. The mere sight of Mega Greninja clinging to its giant water shuriken is able to distract opponents, allowing it to preemptively render them unable to attack by binding them with its long tongue. Once its opponents are immobilized, Mega Greninja charges at them to strike with its massive shuriken. The stats changes on this Mega Evolution is mainly focused on attack and special attack that get plus 30 points each, while the speed gets a plus 20. Mega Pyroar. Mega Pyroar has its mane become massively enlarged, flaring out in multiple directions from its head. Each tuft of its mane is red with a yellow stripe. The bottom portion of its mane has the shape of the Japanese kanji that means big, while the top portion forms the kanji symbol for fire. The topmost tuft of Mega Pyroar's mane extends to the back. Unlike regular Pyroar, there is no gender difference between male and female Mega Pyroar. The energy of Mega Evolution has increased the temperature of Pyroar's fiery breath from 6,000 degrees Celsius to 10,000 degrees Celsius. The boost on stats for this Mega Evolution are not impressive. All stats get some modest buff, like plus 20 points to all of them. Mega Floette. Mega Floette has its flower doubled in size and is now wrapped around its tail through a large red stem that attaches to the heart-shaped tip of the flower, which resembles three tied ropes. AZ theorizes that this unique Mega Evolution may have originated from life force absorbed from Pokemon taken by the Ultimate Weapon. If you don't know what the Ultimate Weapon is, I can explain it in another video. Please write "weapon" in the comments. The Eternal Flower has absorbed all the Mega Evolution energy, developing a will, allowing it to either defend Mega Floette by itself when using its enhanced flower. Mega Floette can release a more powerful version of its Light Beam attack by harnessing the power of the Prism Tower, specifically the Ange Machine. Mega Floette can assist in transforming the tower into its true form, Ange Floette. However, it can lose control of the machine should there be too much excessive Mega Evolution energy. Like Mega Pyroar, Mega Floette also has all the stats power up in a modest way. Mega Malamar. Mega Malamar's body grows to be thinner and taller, and its brain has become larger. I hope that it also becomes more clever after this, since it now weighs 20 kilograms more, and I am pretty sure that these 20 kilograms is all about the head. It has large shoulders that form the appearance of a popped collar, and under these shoulders are its two longer arm tentacles, which are roughly twice as long as its body. It moves around by levitating and exhibits luminescence in many parts of its body. These lights also further amplify its hypnotic abilities. Mega Malamar possesses greatly enhanced psychic powers, allowing it to go beyond simple hypnosis and overwrite the personalities and memories of its targets, making them act entirely differently. It can further boost its psychic powers by sticking its arms into its head, stimulating its brain. Mega Malamar's haughty personality makes it see others, including Pokemon trainers, as pawns,
and it may even hypnotize its own trainer if it disagrees with their commands. It sure has the look of an evil mastermind, I give it that. The boost in stats of this mastermind Pokemon is mainly focused on special defense that gets a plus 45 points. Other notable buff are the plus 30 points on the special attack. Mega Barbaracle. The power of Mega Evolution causes the binacle units that form its body to multiply even further. There are 11 distinct binacle units that form its Mega form, being its head, 8 arms, and 2 legs. It is now a rock fighting type instead of rock water. It has 5 horns on its head, which are white with orange stripes near the base. The horns are arranged like a hand. 4 of them are located at the top of its head, while the 5th horn is located on Mega Barbaracle's right cheek as a thumb. The main boost in stats is on the attack, that gets a plus 40 points. And now that it is a fighting type, it liked to take a fighting stance like a religious fighter. Mega Dragalge. Mega Dragalge grows larger and more ornate, with much more kelp decorating its body. The crest atop its head expands into 6 flowing, cape-like fronds that are purple on the underside, which overhang most of its body. Additionally, the antennae on its head expand into Y-shaped fronds, each of which bears a purple orb within them. Mega Dragalge can spit a liquid that causes the regenerative ability of cells to go berserk, making the liquid a deadly poison to every living thing other than itself. This sounds incredibly powerful, isn't it? Anyway, the boost in stats of this Pokemon is mainly on special attack and special defense, plus 35 and plus 40. Mega Hawlucha. Mega Hawlucha is considerably bulkier compared to its pre-evolution. Its face is now black, with a gold arrow-like pattern running down from the top, a gold coloration at its snout, and gold eyelash-like decorations around its blank white eyes, giving the impression of a luchador mask. Mega Hawlucha gains a large golden chest plate with black stripes around the edges that covers its shoulders and forearms. It now has its attacking and defensive capabilities increased, allowing it to use its muscles to tank hits from opponents' moves, and to flex its strength, of course. The stats boost of this Mega Evolution is mainly on attack, defense, and special defense, precisely plus 35, plus 25, plus 30. Mega Zygarde. Mega Zygarde's body undergoes a dramatic transformation. Notably, it loses most of its body armor except for chest armor and an armored, crowned head to resemble a more humanoid and less dragon-like build. Its main body features a striking combination of dark and light green colors. Mega Zygarde's tail connects to the chest armor like a cape. Its head is adorned with a green headpiece shaped like flames. One of its most distinguishing features is the giant, hammer-shaped cannon attached to Mega Zygarde's 6 90-degree arms on its chest armor. This cannon is huge, and it looks more like a giant missile to me. Mega Zygarde was first discovered in Lumio City. This form of Zygarde was said to be born from the people's emotions during an unexpected crisis. In response, Mega Zygarde emerges to calm the situation with its unmatched power. When it attacks with its cannon, it maneuvers it using its 6 arms. The cannon then opens up in the shape of an X, a Y, then a Z, and unleashes a pink light blast that defies all laws of nature, striking even fairy type and ignoring any of its target's stat changes. Mega Zygarde is the only known Pokemon capable of using the move Nihil Light, an upgraded version of Core Enforcer. Mega Zygarde gets a huge buff on the special attack, like plus 125 points. That's crazy! It sacrifices the attack, defense, and special defense to have this boost. The speed, fortunately, gets a little buff as well. Mega Drampa. As Mega Drampa, Drampa regains its youthful vigor, holding its long neck high above its body. Its white clouds turn dark gray and become spikier. It now holds its claws out of its front clouds, and its expression turns angry, and its beard elongates, turning dark as well. Mega Drampa's cells are reinvigorated, and by reactivating its youth, it can manipulate the atmosphere to summon storms. Hey, I thought that this ability is Rayquaza's only. Is this dragon a Chinese version of it?
Don't you think that Drampa is very similar to Mushu, except the color, of course? Although it is rejuvenated thanks to the Mega Evolution, Drampa does not gain any speed buffs, but mainly gains them in special attack and special defense. Oh, it also gets a plus 60 kilograms in weight as well. Mega Phalanx. Unlike regular Phalanx, the 6 members of Mega Phalanx grow in size. The Bronze Soldier and 2 of the soldiers grow larger, with the Bronze Soldier being the largest. The members of Mega Phalanx form a humanoid formation. This is said to be their ultimate battle formation, and can only be achieved through strong bonds between the soldiers and the Bronze Soldier. The Bronze Soldier of Mega Phalanx stands atop the humanoid formation as its head. 2 of the soldiers form the arms. The right arm soldier grows a long horn, which acts as a spear, while the left arm soldier is given a large shield atop its head. The stats of this Mega Evolution are buffed mainly on attack, defense, and speed. Mega Raichu X takes on a color scheme reminiscent of Pikachu with its red cheeks and bright yellow fur, but its overall appearance retains a distinctive resemblance to Cantonian Raichu. Its tail has split into 2 identical tails, which are similar in shape to Pikachu's one. Both of its arms and ears are much larger. When using electricity, its cheeks and its tails glow brightly. Its appearance while levitating resembles the letter X. Mega Raichu X's tails generate electromagnetic force, creating enough repulsion for it to float and propel itself swiftly in the air. It focuses its electric power into its fists as its primary method of attack, allowing it to down much larger foes in one strike. It has ample subcutaneous fat, which stores up electricity, augmenting its defenses and allowing it to maintain a high electrical output. Wow, this sure is a smart way to use body fat. Mega Raichu Y. Mega Raichu Y is also resembling Pikachu, but it retains its original color scheme as Raichu, with its yellow cheeks and orange fur. Its original brown eyes have become blue, and the lightning bolt-shaped tip of its tail is enlarged. A pair of horn-like yellow protrusions made of fur jut out of its ears, resembling a pair of lightning bolts. Are they just hair from its ears, or are they some sort of antenna? I'm not sure of that. The first time I saw it, I thought it was its new ears. When using electricity, its cheeks and horn-like fur glow brightly. Its appearance with its tail extended resembles the letter Y. Mega Raichu Y can generate even stronger electricity in larger quantities using the sacs on its cheeks. Amassing so much electricity gives Mega Raichu Y a wild and combative temperament, and it prefers a straightforward approach to battling, and not some tactical maneuvers. Okay, that's all for this episode of Pokemon Explained. I hope you liked the video. I know that some information of the Mega Evolution from ZA is omitted, but some information, like stats changes and new ability, wasn't found when I was making the video. Hope you don't get mad about that. Please subscribe and like the video. See you next time. Cheers!